Hello and welcome to Training Tuesday, or whatever day you may be viewing this. Today we are going to talk about 5, that's 10, but 5 mind-blowing things that you can do with your free account. Yes. If you didn't know it, we do have a free option. We have a free plan, and there are limits within that account. But with each of those limits, there is a little workaround that we're going to show you and we're going to talk to you about today. Not that you get more. We're just going to show you really cool things that you can do with it. So first, we're going to dive right in. We get asked all the time. I have groups. And I want to name my groups what I want to name my groups. I don't want them to be the designated names that we put in there. We put customer, new group, new leads. You only get 3 groups with your free account. So if you want to change these names, we're going to go ahead and show you how to do that.
Yeah, we want you to be able to customize this free account to be whatever you need. We put groups in there to start just so you had a baseline.
Right. So you didn't have to add them from scratch. We wanted to show you what could be done and give you some hints of what people have done with their groups.
Yep. And so you can just delete these groups right from the start. So I've got this new leads group that doesn't have anyone in it. I can just delete it and then create a new one. Or you can just edit the name of the group that's already there. And I'll show you how to do both of those things. So we just deleted our new leads group. Let me go ahead and refresh this page here. Our group is gone. And now when I create a new group, I'll just come here to groups and then create new group. And now I'm creating the group here on this right-hand side.
Very important that you delete the group before you try to create the group, because often our free users will get in and click new group and you'll be prompted to upgrade because you only get 3 groups. Now, if you want to just edit your group, you can do that as well.
You'll come here, you'll click on the group and then click view group details. And it's going to open up that same right side panel here on the right hand side. The only difference is it shows you who's already in that group. If you have no one, this will of course be empty. You just edit the name right here.
Awesome people. I'm sure all your groups are filled with awesome people. Okay, now there are circumstances where you need more than 3 groups. What is a reason? Why would you need more than 3 groups?
That's a great question. So for a lot of people who are who have different types of leads that are coming in, or they're getting maybe they're getting referrals, or maybe they want to segment out their employees or segment out their customer bases. So let's say I'm a business that offers 3 main products. I want to have a group for each individual product. There's lots of ways there's lots of reasons you might need more than just 3 groups.
Is part of the magic of Skipio is we're sending the right message to the right people at the right time. Marketing jargon, okay? And so you don't want to group everyone together and just send one big bulk personalized message. So when you do exactly what Jared just said, if you have different products and you can message them to the product that they need to buy, or if they're your customers or your clients or your gym members or their leads or cold leads, warm leads, if you can segment them, it gives you the opportunity to send one big personalized message to all of them on an individual level. And it's the right message.
Because that's one of the, whoa, sorry, I just probably blew my mic there. That's one of the great things.
Well, your mind today and your mic.
And your mic and your eardrum. Sorry about that. That's one of the great things that Skipio allows you to do, because you can take this customer group, and granted, because I only have 3 groups here, I just have one main customer group, but I could separate this out. Customers who purchased in the last 2 weeks, customers who purchased in the last 3 months, customers who haven't purchased in the last 3 months. And then I can compose messages to them or add them to campaigns. Oh, excuse me, I clicked add to campaigns. I can compose a message to the individuals in that group, and I know that the context for each of them is the same thing.
Exactly.
Just makes your messaging that much easier. So that's one mind-blowing thing.
One mind-blowing thing. Edit, change
in your account.
And if you do need more groups and you want to do some of the things we talked about today, you can upgrade to our starter plan, and that's right here within your account, or the
Let's
essentials.
Actually show them that.
Yeah, go ahead and we'll show you how you can do that.
This is brand new as of a couple of days ago. We've got this My Plan page that shows you exactly what plan you're on and what you get with that plan. This is mind-blowing thing
number two.
Right? We want you to be able to know exactly how much you have, how many scheduled messages you have left, how many campaigns you have access to, how many contacts you have access to, and what features you have in whatever plan that you're on. One of the features that people love that unfortunately doesn't come on this free plan is this call forwarding. It's on every paid plan. So when
Right.
someone calls your Skipio number,
We
sorry,
did put, no, we did put this on the starter plan. So because it was such a valuable feature that people wanted.
Yep. So you have this My Plan page that you can now refer back to, and the upgrading is very, very simple. Just, I want to get on Essentials, hit upgrade, and put in your card information. Pretty easy.
And I know you may see here, we've got a gap between 19 and 99. Yes, we understand. But let me tell you, there's something you get in that $99 plan that is so incredible that you'll know it. If you know about it, you'll know why it's so amazing, but you get an integration with that. And we'll talk about that on another Training Tuesday, but just take a look at these plans, see what they offer. And if you find that you're running out and you need more, this is where you go. So
yeah, and so that's a mind-blowing thing about Skipio. Maybe not for this video today, but like Bianca said, integrations. You can automatically send a message to a brand new lead as soon as they submit their lead form, or you can automatically send a message to a new customer right after they purchase something, or maybe you want to send a shipping confirmation to a customer. You can automate that process. So we don't want to get too deep into those things.
But honestly, it takes automation to a whole new level. And we will talk about that another week. That will be mind-blowing thing number 10.
Yes,
which should be number 1. But anyway, we're going to go to number 3. Okay, campaigns. We call it a campaign. It's a series of messages. These are templated messages. And really, you want to customize these. And we have a lot of groups that are using free that may have a team, a unit, a director, someone on the national level. There's a lot of different pieces that go into what brings you to free. And they want to use the language that the people that are leading them are using. And we've been asked, well, how do I get their campaign? Because I already have 2 campaigns in my free account. So we're going to show you how you get their campaign.
Yes. So because your free account automatically comes with 2 campaigns. Again, we didn't want you to have to start from scratch, but that doesn't mean you have to use the ones that we put in there. And so if you want to edit the campaigns that are already there, it's pretty simple. You just click on the name and you click this arrow, and now you're editing this message. Hey, I don't want this to go out in 29 days. That seems like pretty far away. I want this to go out in 2 days, and I want this to go at 10:30 in the morning rather than 2:30 in the afternoon.
So right off the bat, you can make the edits yourself.
Yep. Or if you're like, you know what, I don't really care to have this top of mind campaign, you just click up here and then delete campaign.
Okay, this one's huge because we get asked this all the time.
How do I delete the campaigns?
How do you delete the campaigns that are in my account? So maybe show it one more time.
Okay, so sorry, it didn't like that I said delete and then didn't want to delete it.
When you delete, you have to delete.
Yep,
commit, Jared.
I'm working on it. Oh, maybe this is live, everyone. If you didn't know. All right, we're in our campaigns. Oh, I had already clicked it. So let's go ahead and delete this other one. This business win back. You know what? I don't need oh my gosh, this is a 12-month campaign. I don't need 12 months worth of messages.
Urgency. Yeah. I need to get all of my messages out within a month.
Yep. So here in the top right corner, you're going to click on these 3 dots. This is a contextual menu inside of the application. And you have options to either clone this campaign
because you like it so much you want it again,
or you want to
edit it and in a different way.
And I'll just choose delete, and there we go. It is gone.
So let's say you don't have leadership that has a campaign, but you want a really good message that somebody has curated just for you.
Yep.
Where do we get that content, Jared?
Oh, that's a great question. Right in the Resource Center, we have a whole section of campaigns that you can import into your account right from the start.
Yes. So you can wipe out what we have put in there. You can go to our resource. This is a library full of messaging that's tried and true and works.
We've got real estate campaigns. We've got fitness campaigns. We've got
happy birthday campaigns.
General campaigns. Happy birthday. We've got holiday campaigns, a wake up campaign, follow up campaigns, retention campaigns. There's so many campaigns in here that you can use.
Okay. And what is mind blowing about this? This is actually number 4. Mind blowing. There are companies that this is their sole product. They write campaigns and they write messaging and they sell it to you to use in whatever SMS platform you're using. This is baked into your free account. this is here for you. We've done the work. We've run the data on these campaigns. It's here.
And we want you to use them. And it's very simple to use them. You choose one, and then you click this button, import campaign, and it will put it right into your account. I like to write my own campaigns because I'm kind of,
yes,
I don't know. I've
Jared
been writing
does.
messages a long
So this
time.
is mind-blowing number 5. We're going to talk about how to write the perfect message.
Yes,
if you're one of those, you're a pioneer like Jared, and you want to write your own campaign, we're going to show you how to write the perfect message. When I say perfect, you know what that means? What does that mean? It's perfect. There's one thing. It means you get a response to your message.
Yep.
Your message was so awesome that the person you're sending it to wants to engage and dialogue with you.
And it doesn't matter who that contact is. It could be a lead. It could be a cold lead. It could be an employee. It could be a customer. It could be whomever. I'm going to write a message that I would send to a referral.
Awesome.
That's going to be my use case for today. I have a list of referrals that I'm reaching out to, and I want to write a message to them.
That is a great use case, because how often do we stumble on thinking, oh, I've got 10 names and they're hot leads because they're referrals, and I got to say the right thing. So he's going to show you.
Yep. And I'm actually using the campaign feature here because I get referrals a lot. This is not just a message that's one and done. I anticipate I'm going to have more referrals next month and the next month and the next month. So this is a template that I want to use over and over and over. And so if it's a message you're going to want to use over and over, you probably want to write a campaign rather than just a scheduled message. But I'm going to go ahead and just call this my introduction. And no one's going to see this name, so if there's a typo or anything in there, you don't have to change it, but if you're OCD like me. And I want this message to go out 5 minutes after I've added them to this campaign. That's what this is. And you can change this between days and minutes. And all of this goes into writing a really good message. When is this message going to go out? In fact, so let's, I'll just leave it there, 5 minutes. So what are some things that make up a good message? Well, the first thing is personalization. You want to personalize this message to the recipient of this message, right? So I'm going to say, hey, and I'm going to use our merge tags to bring in my contact's first name right into this message. There's lots of merge tags that you have access to, and even in your free account, you can create as many merge tags as you want. And we've talked about that in the past. We can talk about it again in the future. But hey, first name. Then I need to introduce myself.
Right.
This is someone who's never received a message from me.
And this is important because everybody, when we say personalization, everyone thinks, well, if you slap a name onto that text, it's personalized enough. It's not. Now we need to provide some context. So this is ingredient number 2.
Yes. So this is Jared from Skipio. So I'm giving who I am
and where you're from.
Yep. So I can tie this name to a phone number. That's one of the most common mistakes that we see when people are writing messages. They don't attach a person's name to this number. Sometimes they will say a business name, and which is better than nothing. But how often do you get text messages from a business and you care to respond?
Exactly.
Never.
If you know there's a person waiting for you on the other end to respond, they're much more likely to respond.
Yep. And I'm going to throw in an emoji here because I like to use emojis. Let's do a smiley face. Hey, this is Jeff from Skipio. I hear that you are looking for a messaging. Whoops. Sorry, I thought I was on the delete button. A messaging tool to help you connect with your leads. Awesome. How can I help?
And that is ingredient number 3. He ended with a question.
Yep, a simple call to action that invites them to respond to me.
And I think in all of your messages, you need to ask yourself that question. Am I writing something that elicits a response? Because if you're not, then people will go dark and you may think the platform's broken, which it's not.
Yeah. And so maybe you want to push for phone calls, or maybe you want to push for a Zoom meeting. You can just change this call to action, or this. It's not a call to action really. We were talking about this before this.
It's a call for engagement, a call for a
invitation
response. It's an invitation. It's making this more inbound versus outbound. We want to bring them into our conversation.
I have some time today or tomorrow afternoon to jump on a call. Do either of those work for you?
And I would say the more simple the response that you're asking, the more likely you are to get a response. Yep. Those simple questions, even just reaching out and saying, hey, This is Jared from Skipio. Is this Andrea?
Yeah.
Question. Just very simple.
Allow them to say yes or no. That's a really easy, it's something that they can do within seconds of getting your message.
And then you've made the connection.
Yeah. And so what happens if people don't respond to this? If someone doesn't respond to this message, this is the power of campaigns over scheduled messages. Sorry, we're kind of going on a tangent here.
Well, because this is so mind-blowing. This is number 5.
Yes.
It's how awesome it is to write your own campaign.
If they don't respond to me, I want to follow up with them. I mean, they're a referral. So I'm going to follow up the next day. So I'm going to add another message that goes out one day later. And I'm going to have this message go out in the late afternoon. Let's do 3:42 p.m. And I'm going to call this my first follow-up. Again, I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to personalize this message. Hey, first name. And I know that I reached out to them the day before. I'm sorry we couldn't, and I know that they haven't responded. I'm sorry we weren't able to connect yesterday. I'd love to talk if you have some time. And this one, I'm not going to put a question because they already have the question from before. They haven't responded, but I am going to add this. Have a great night. Hope we can chat soon. And I'm going to throw a thumbs up in here.
The follow-up is so important. And that's another reason why campaigns are really amazing. As sad as it is, the stat for sales and conversion is 7 follow-ups. And so often we'll throw out 1 or 2, you won't get a response. I'm not telling you to send out 7 messages. Just the hard fact is 7, but they say with text messaging, it's 4 to 5. And you don't have to do those all in this first week or month. You can spread that out, whatever your journey is for your clients or your referrals. But I highly recommend always following up.
And that's one of the powerful things about Skipio is you can follow up very consistently, very uniquely, and in a very personalized way to each and every single one of your customers, your leads, your referrals, your employees, anyone that you want. The messaging is just the tool to drive the engagement.
Exactly.
And then what will happen is this will start a conversation. And then you are now having a back and forth conversation with that person, either scheduling a phone call with them, sending them some information that they're looking for. Maybe in the next message, I would put a video link, like a YouTube link, but I would never do that in the first message.
No. And we talked about that another day, the do's and the don'ts. It's a no-no to put a link in the first message, but we'll leave that for another day. So these were the 5 mind-blowing things that you can do with your Skipio account. One thing we didn't message is we didn't say in your free account, you only get a certain amount of automated messages. And that doesn't include replies or those one-on-one conversations that you're having. But there is a limit. And when that limit runs out of those automated and the scheduled messages or the messages you can add through a campaign, you do have the option to purchase additional messages at 3 cents a message in this free
2
account.
cents.
Oh, it's 2 cents.
Okay.
Okay.
I think it's 2 cents.
We reduced that. So it's 2 cents a message. That's
maybe it's 3.
Crazy deal.
It's 2 or 3 cents. It's cheap. So, but really get on your free plan, your starter plan, your whatever plan you are on, get inside of Skipio and get using these tools because we want you to have these engaging conversations with your people.
So when you succeed, we succeed.
Yes. And that's all that we want. We want you guys to succeed. So
yes,
thanks again. Look forward to talking to you next week. Same time, same place, same people. Thanks for watching.